Welcome, wanderer. Tonight, beneath the canopy of ancient trees and the watchful eyes of the stars, we gather around the campfire to explore the unknown. This is Northern Nights, where we delve into the mysterious and the unexplained. Sit back and let the warmth of the fire wrap around you as we dive into UFO witness reports and untangle the mysteries that lie beyond our world. From eerie lights in the sky to close encounters that defy explanation, each story brings us closer to the truth hidden in the night. So, find a comfortable spot, let your curiosity soar, and join us as we embark on a journey through the shadows of the night sky. Today, we have an intriguing story to share with you. This event took place in Sweden in 2010, and it left the witnesses utterly bewildered and frightened. It's the first story in our video, and it's sure to capture your imagination. Imagine driving home with your family, only to encounter something so inexplicable that it defies all logic and leaves you questioning reality. This is precisely what happened to a family in Glava, Sweden on October 10th, 2010. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of their extraordinary and chilling experience. I've been contemplating for a few years whether I should share our incredible experience that left both my husband and me utterly bewildered. Now, I feel it's time to tell the story and let you believe what you will. It was truly frightening. My husband was terrified, and he is not easily scared. I've documented the entire event with dates and times. Here's what happened. My husband, our daughter, and I were on our way home from Årjäng, driving through Glava towards Stumna. About halfway to the Stumna bridge, I saw a large ball of light hurtling towards us at an incredible speed. It passed just a few centimeters above the car roof with such force that it lifted the entire car. At the same time, I heard a zooming sound. Unsure of what I had seen, heard, and felt, I said nothing but looked at my husband to gauge his reaction. He exclaimed, "Did you feel that? What the heck was that?" I replied, "Did you feel it too?" "Yes," he said, terrified, and checked the rearview mirror to see if our little girl was still there. That's how scared he was. When we looked back, we saw a light illuminating the entire road behind us, but then it disappeared just as quickly. My husband said, if it hadn't steered directly towards us, passed just a few centimeters over the roof, and then veered upwards towards the hill behind us, I would have thought it was a meteorite. But as far as I know, meteorites don't move like that, and no one else has mentioned the incident either, which should have been the case with such a large meteor. And the object was big, as I said, big enough and close enough to lift the entire car. I wanted to go back and see what it was that we had seen, but my husband, whom I've never seen truly scared in 5 years, drove home as fast as he could and almost didn't dare to get out of the car. He's usually so rational that this was too much for his mind to process, and he became completely paralyzed with fear. He said, "We should go inside, lock the door, and stay inside for the rest of the evening, and our daughter will sleep with us." To this day, we can't explain what we saw, heard, and felt, but it certainly wasn't a meteorite. That much we know. The most remarkable thing is that we both independently saw, felt, and heard the zooming sound when the object passed. We both noticed it without any influence from the other person. For our second story, we're still in Sweden, but this time it's the year 2016. This tale takes us north of Växjö, where a bus driver experienced something truly bizarre and unsettling. Around 10:15 p.m., a bus driver operating a regional route between Växjö and Bras via Rotna made an unusual observation during his journey. As he drove near an area called Stoiby, close to a beach by Lake Helgasjön, he spotted a large triangular object hovering at a low altitude to the north of the bus. The object, described as having a black hue, featured bowl-shaped light sources at each corner, emitting a pulsating dark red glow. In the center of the object's underside, there was a circular light source that pulsed with an intense white light. Along the outer edges of the object, a line of neon blue light pulsed rhythmically. The object moved in a north-south direction, traveling from Bras towards Växjö, while the bus headed north. The object also exhibited a slight swaying motion as it moved. The observer noted that the object then passed the bus and made a turn, beginning to follow the bus on its left side. The driver slowed the bus down to about 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, and the object matched the bus's speed. This allowed the observer to see the contours and surface details of the object more clearly. The object continued to follow the bus for approximately 1 to 1.5 kilometers until the bus reached a location known as the Obi exit. At this point, the driver pulled into a parking bay and exited the bus, intending to photograph the object. However, before he could get around the bus, he saw the object make a complete 180-degree turn and position itself over a small grove of trees between the bus stop and the shoreline of Lake Helgation. The object then accelerated rapidly towards Växjö, covering an estimated distance of about 10 kilometers in the blink of an eye. Throughout the entire encounter, the observer did not hear any sound from the object. This event remains a vivid and puzzling memory for the bus driver, with no clear explanation for what he saw that night. Despite the detailed description and the close encounter, no further reports or official explanations have surfaced, leaving the observer with an enduring mystery about the triangular object that flew over the skies north of Växjö. For our third and final story of this episode, we take you to the village of Polberget, north of Piteå in Sweden. It was around 6:30 in the morning when a man was driving home from his job in Piteå to his residence in Älvsbyn. As he reached the small village of Polberget north of Piteå, he noticed something extraordinary near the first house in the village. There, hovering silently in the air over the field on the left side of the road, was a large black disc-shaped object. Curious and bewildered, the man stopped his car and observed the object through the side window. The object then began to move slowly northward along the field and Route 374. The observer started driving slowly north as well. After a short distance, the object stopped before moving a few hundred meters westward towards a tree line, ascending approximately 100 to 150 meters. The object paused again, and so did the observer, who stopped his car once more. The object ascended even higher, moving straight up. After lowering itself again, the observer decided to continue driving at a high speed. Remarkably, the object followed the car at the same speed on the left side of the road. As the man approached a turnoff that led westward towards the railway running through the village, he slowed down. The object was now about 10 to 15 meters from the turnoff, hovering at an estimated height of 150 meters. The observer turned onto the side road and drove towards the object, stopping when he was almost directly beneath it. The object then moved westward again, disappearing behind the forest. The observer backed onto the main road and continued towards Älvsbyn. After about 200 to 300 meters, the object reappeared on the left side of the road. Traveling at about 90 kilometers per hour, the observer increased his speed to 140 kilometers per hour, and the object slowly ascended in height. It passed the observer on the left side of the road, a few hundred meters to the west. As the man neared a railway bridge crossing over the road at the northern end of Polberget, he slowed down one last time. The object ascended vertically to an estimated height of 500 meters and paused. Then it shot up to about 800 meters at high speed. After a brief turn, the object vanished at an incredible speed. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of Sweden's intriguing UFO encounters. We hope these stories have sparked your curiosity and left you with a sense of wonder about the mysteries that lie beyond our everyday experiences. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Northern Nights for more fascinating tales from the unknown. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have your own strange encounter? Share your story in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious.